Yeah. See you coming in like the freak bull.
So I'm feeling, man. Man, what's the deal, OG? Where we at with the
Oh, my bad, my bad. I'm sitting here
Hold on,
laughing
wait.
at you.
You ready? Three,
You ready?
2, 1.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm sitting here laughing at you and the foolishness
All the
that you doing.
tomfoolery.
Yeah, the tomfoolery.
Yeah, I'm with all the tomfoolery today for sure.
You know, the beautiful thing about the internet and StreamYard is the access to start over and do things. You know what I mean? And
Do things right.
let's do it right. You know what I'm saying? This episode of Mask Off, episode 136, is called Liar Liar Pants on Fire. And as you know, we're not here on a Friday. Today we are here for a special day. It's Thursdays, so I hope you out in internet land, stream land are tapped in because we are definitely here and we are here to give the people what they want. Um, if you don't know who I am, I'm Big Tone, and on my right would be no, that would be my left. My young boy, Mask Off Malachi. What it do?
What's the deal, my man? What's the deal,
What up,
brother?
though?
Chilling in the cut, you feel me? I'm feeling good. I'm taking it all in, man. The good and the bad. Had a good week, man. Monday it was hit Punchline Comedy Club, which I hit every Monday for the most part that I can. It was the 1 year anniversary for the $5 Monday open mic they had, hosted by Ugly Jason and Jernigan. And dope vibes, man. Dope event. Free entry too. And I was named most improved comedian. So
Okay.
week is going good. And had a dope roasting session with the comics at New Way after that. Two mics in the same night. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do, man. It's what we do. Getting this
Yeah,
work
my
in.
work schedule, man. I wish my work schedule would get me out to a lot of these places, man. And look, all you need, Big Tone, is in the building. You know what I mean? Give me a mic and it's over. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna come check you out. You say you was the most improved player. You was like the sixth man of the year. You was like
Mm-hmm.
uh, coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? You was the 12th man in the roster. You moved up to the six-man spot. You was the James Harden on the Oklahoma
Thunder.
Thunder team
Yeah.
from back in the day. You the
Hey, he had
James.
that work. He had that work. If you put him in, no matter what time the game you put him in, he gonna heat up.
He gonna heat up. He gonna sizzle.
He gonna sizzle up. He ain't gonna start, but when you ready, and it's kind of the starters kind of getting a little winded. Hey man, bring in the 6 man.
Bring him in. That's what's up, man. So I'm happy for you.
Good looking, OG.
Good things popping. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah, good
happy.
week.
Yeah, we tired, man. We out here. We tired.
Grinding, man. I had a long early day today, man. I barely got any sleep last night, but I did get sleep. You feel me? So yeah, just grinding for real, bro.
That's
It's
what's
a
up.
time. It's a time in the season, and you got to get to it when it's time.
Yeah, I know, man. I know we had a whole bunch of snow, but we didn't let that permit a lot of things that was trying to stop us. You know what I'm saying? We ain't let that happen. You know what I'm
Can't
saying?
can't stop, won't stop, bad boy.
Ugh, ugh. Yo,
How's your
you
week?
say you
You
had a
good?
good week.
Yeah.
So we on my week. I guess the highlight of my week was obtaining this cushion for my buttocks. You know, and no homo. I'm just saying that my booty hurts sometimes sitting in these seats, and I think it comes from the pandemic when I was stationed at home for the entire duration of this work year. So, I started getting in chairs that was not so comfortable, and I think it hurt my sciatic nerve. So I was finally able to do a little research, and I found a cushion that support the pushing. You know what I mean? So
Need that. Pushing P.
yeah. I'm pushing P. You know what I mean? So on that note, man, I got that from Amazon this week.
Good.
Um, kids was at home. I had to still go to work. I try to be positive throughout it all. And it's just another week, my brother. Just another week.
Another day, $1,000.
Exactly.
Love it.
Exactly. I want to do something that we normally don't do at the top of the show. I want to give a shout out to all the listeners and all the fans that see us on YouTube that may stop us and say, "What up, though? Hey, how you doing? I checked out the show." Because I'm ever grateful and ever humbled and ever surprised when somebody go, "You know what? Malachi said da da da." Malachi, okay, okay. You was watching the show.
He's
So
watching the show.
that's what's
A lot
up.
of people. We got a lot of silent watchers, man, that you wouldn't even know that rock with it. And that's a nice little point to know. Like you can't worry about who's watching or who's not. You have to just continue to create.
That is so true. That is so true, man. You know, because when you're on YouTube or any other streaming network, you get caught up in the numbers and the figures, and you want so bad for something to jumpstart. And I ain't no hater or nothing like that, but I be looking up. I be seeing other people's show, and I be like, "Y'all whack, bro." You know what I mean? And I'm not even being a hater. I just be like,
It's not a good product you're
the
putting.
content we got is so much doper. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But
Mm.
the thing is, what they'll do is they'll either put a name brand person on there that'll just boost everything for them, and now they got like a whole bunch of people following, or they'll just have like they'll keep drama filled up and like
Yeah.
piggyback off somebody else's story.
Yeah.
I mean, I see a lot of that content going on. So
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, man. All about social media too.
yeah, thanks a lot, Danny.
Yeah. Shout
Uh,
out to Danny rocking with us.
Danny rocking with us. Thanks a lot, Danny. The show is dope.
Uh,
Keep creating. Thank you. And congratulations, Mouster.
hey, thank you.
I
Thank
guess
you.
that's
Thank
the
you.
inside with Mouster. Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Hmm.
I'm the master.
Hmm. Mhm. That's what's up. Um, you know, one of the other things we do at the top of the show, man, we get straight into it. So you need to sit up. You need to sit up because you look like you about to, you know what I mean, call it a night. But what we do, we normally get off right into the show and we hit you with the easy with a motivational minute. Let's go, baby.
Off the easy, what they do, my peasies. I don't know. Anyways, today is motivational minute. Is about the truth gonna set you free. A lot of times we have idea, a scheme, a reason for telling a certain white lie or whatever it is, and it then entraps us and it encapsulates us, and now we're just bound by this lie that we told. But if you just simply tell the truth, even in the simplest things, like telling somebody that you can do something that you can't. If that's a lie, tell them because you're gonna be stressed out trying to make happen what it is you said you can make happen that you really can't make happen. But that truth gonna set you free. So the quicker you get to the truth, quicker. Don't even worry about how people gonna react to it. Just live in your truth, walk in your truth, and that's gonna give you the chance and ability to walk in freedom as well. Don't be bound by your lies. Tell the truth.
It's crazy, man. Like I think about that before you even get to the lotto. You know what I mean? I'm so petty. I'm so petty. Like you tell me something and I know it's a lie. I want to dig deeper. I want you to keep burying yourself deeper. You know what I mean? Because ultimately it's about the truth.
Yeah,
So, if you can't look me in the eye and tell me the truth, it's an issue. You know what I mean? It's a major issue. And that's kind of like one of the things we discussed tonight, like Larry Pants on fire. Like,
yeah,
Like what breaks you down to say lies, like white lies, or even call it a little small, minute white lie when it
Mm-hmm.
lie is a lie, no matter how you tell it. You know what I
Come
mean?
on.
I mean, so that's kind of like what we unraveling tonight. You know what I mean? Like lies, white lies, and who, what, when, where, and why, and how do you feel when you first heard your first lie? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I just want to know. I want to know, Malachi. Let's hit with the meat and potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Let's
Yeah.
go straight to the group.
So I'm gonna kind of go back to my childhood and the first lie that I told that I had to like keep up, and I kind of learned the culture of it from this whole little incident. My parents gave me a super sweet like pencil case set. I had I had all my joints in there, you know, everything I needed was in this pencil case set. They spent a nice little grip on it. It was my favorite color, all that. So I had to do my homework with that as well because in first grade or whatever it was, we had the color. So my parents asked me where was my pencil case, and instead of just saying that I left it at school, instead of just taking responsibility for my neglect as a young chap, I said that somebody stole it. I was like, I don't know what happened. Somebody stole it. Like,
Somebody stole my shit.
they like somebody stole it. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Like I just saw somebody leaving out with like the more they ask, the more fake details you got to come up with, and it just spirals out. So they're like, okay, so we're gonna come up there tomorrow and tell us who the boy was.
It sound like your parents was petty too. You know?
Cause they know, like thinking back, they had to know I was on some garbage. They had to know, man. So man, I end up having to I forgot what happened, but I think I convinced them not to come or something like that. And I think I don't know what happened. I don't really remember, but I just remember the pressure of me trying to keep telling more lies. Cause yeah, I had to. I told them that, oh yeah, somebody stole it out. And then when the next day, I was like, oh yeah, I found it. They gave it back. It was in my just on some garbage, man. Just on some garbage. They had to know I was lying exactly. So that's when I felt that pressure of telling that lie. It was like, man, this is unnecessary, man. I was a first grader under intense pressure off a situation I could have controlled.
I hate to say it, man, but I started becoming a professional liar at 8, 9 years old. Like it started building up. Like I would lie about the dumbest shit in the world. But my mom, she used to be too tired to look into it because
Mm,
she worked like 2 or 3 jobs, bro. And at that time, I had a stepfather who was in and out, wasn't really paying us no attention. You know what I mean? And it'll start like my mom be at work, and she'll call us to check on us or whatever, and she'll be like, Tony, I got a phone call. I checked the answer machine earlier. Your teacher said call back. Why she calling the house, Tony? I'll say, I don't know. Maybe she want to tell you I got double promoted. So my mom be like, I'm gonna double promote that ass.
bro, what? What? The most
A lot of things that got me in trouble was my mouth in school. So I had a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
situations. I had a lot of situations to where I was always getting a phone call home because I I was a low key revolutionary warrior back in the day, and they used to always make me Martin Luther King. So because they made me Martin Luther King for like plays and stuff, I felt like I always had to stand up for something. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it will always be able the stupidest shit I would stand up for, right? We'll be in class, and then instead of the long thick erasers, they put the erasers on the pencil. So I remember I had a situation where I got into a confrontation with this teacher about how I felt more comfortable writing with the long one instead of doing it with the pencil. And I told her my mom would have a problem with this if she felt like you made me uncomfortable. So she said, okay, would she? So she called my mom. My mom was at work, so she can't, it wasn't no text messages and stuff back in my day. So I'm relying on the fact that she wasn't at home. This particular day, she was at home. The lady put the phone on speakerphone. It said, "Come here. Your mom's on the phone. With your smart little mouth, tell her exactly what she said to me." And black teachers talk like that back in the day, and they usually were older black ladies.
Your smart little mouth.
You didn't have young white women teaching black kids back in the day. It was a different vibe. It was like big auntie, you know what I mean, or great auntie, you know what I'm saying, or you know, like I'm one of the last. My era is the last era that we got our ass whooped in schools. You know what I'm saying, like with a paddle. So that's how serious it was, bro. Like my mom got on the phone and the teacher found out I was lying about what I said to my mom. She sent me down to the gym teacher, and I got my ass whooped. You know what I mean? They were allowed to give you two pops. With it was either it was a belt or a waffle board, and I got
Ooh-wee.
two pops.
The boys go, yeah. The boys cut through the air.
Yeah, man. Those consequences of lying is. We'll talk about that a little bit later, though. But let's
It's always
let's
consequence.
get back into it too, man. Like I lied about so much shit growing up. You know what I mean? When I became an adult, I said, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not gonna lie about nothing. I'm just gonna tell the truth. But that didn't even work out because when you tell the truth, you feel like, say, like in relationships, when you tell the truth, you worry about other people's feelings and how it's going to affect them. You know what I mean? So that's another reason why you hold on to a lie, because ultimately you don't want to number one, disappoint a person. If you love them, you don't want to disappoint them, and secondly, you don't want them to feel lesser about who you are and what you are.
Totally agree, man. Totally agree. And that's being truthful about who you are too, because we could tell lies about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like put up fronts on who we are, but you gotta you gotta know you to walk in your real truth. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we lie to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We don't always have the best you gotta have an honest evaluation of yourself. Sometimes we be on some garbage that needs to be fixed. But until you say to yourself that, hey, this is garbage, needs to be taken out, you're gonna keep lying to yourself to say, oh, I'm fine, that's not garbage, that's flowers. Like, nah, it's stinking up the joint. And you need to get rid of it.
I
So
remember my sister told me this lie, right? Now I have been in and out of town, living in Philadelphia, and I come home every now and then, right? And when I come home, the way the dynamics is in my family, I'm like uncle, daddy, Tony, big Tony. I'm like you said before, I'm regarded in my family or whatever. So when I come home, my older sister, she's telling me about my nephew, my oldest nephew. At that time, he was like 5, 6 years old, 7, one of them numbers. So I don't know. I remember her telling me that she goes, he was going to this school, Ross Hill Academy, and she goes, I don't know what happened, Tony, but they just double promoted him. I said, for real? They double promoted him? Yeah, double. It was a lot of double promoting in my line ass family.
I'm like, how y'all both come up with that same lie?
Yeah, so my sister says that to me, right? We get in there, we find out that boy Grace, that boy can't read a fucking lick.
You about to get double demoted.
Yeah, and I'm talking to her. I'm like, yo, I thought he was getting double promoted. And that goes with constantly keeping up a lie. She goes, I didn't tell you that. Where the fuck that comes from then? If you didn't say that.
Who
You know what
told
I
you?
mean? So try to hit you with the Jedi mind trick. That's what she was trying to hit me with, man.
Got
So
to be aware. You got to be one step ahead of the scheme, right?
exactly. Exactly.
Staying on your toes. But that's what makes kind of like you could spot a lie, man. You should be able to at least like body energy don't lie. Can he look you in your eye? You know what I'm saying? Twitching. You got to peep all these schemes and things, man.
What you know what? Let's get down to the chase. Because we can talk about growing up, we can talk about all this other shit. Let's get down to relationships and lying in relationships. That's what I want to talk about. What makes a motherfucker lie in a relationship, bro? Like, like to be honest with you and to be honest with yourself. What make people lie in relationships? You know what I'm saying?
I think fear of the reaction.
Fear of a reaction.
Yeah, like if there's something that like, oh man, they're not gonna like this or whatever it is, like, oh, if I tell her this, she gonna blah blah blah. Like we don't want that reaction, so we just hold it in. Like, man, we just
What's
avoid
that
it.
fear though? What's that fear most women they do not like when it comes to men? Start with a C.
Do not like when it come to men.
Yeah,
Cat
cheating.
or
Cheating.
cheating.
Cheating. That's a word, bro. Like that's a crazy word. And I even wonder who came up with that definition
Cheating.
for what men and women do when they're not together. You cheated on me. I cheated on you. What the fuck that means? You know what I'm saying?
Cheat cheat means to deceive, doesn't it? Or it's
In
you.
the perspective of relationship, it means that you cheated on me. You didn't walk the walk, talk the talk. I guess that what it is.
Yeah. You
You know what I
did
mean?
you did the act.
You did an act. You cheated.
You cheated. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
when it
never
gets
cheated.
to when it gets to a point like I've had these conversations in my life where you know a woman looked me in my eye and she'll ask me, "Do you got something to say to me? How you doing? What you want? You know what I mean? What's the issue? What's the problem?" So you really gonna act like you don't know what I'm talking about?
I have no clue.
I have no clue. You really gonna do this? You know what I'm saying? So
She was in disbelief.
disbelief, disbelief. And my question is, what makes us not be honest about whatever the circumstance may be?
A lot of times we, like I said, the expected outcome, but out of quote unquote protection, we know that this dude is gonna hurt somebody. So let me not tell you. But it's making it worse because they need to know the truth. That's gonna set them free to let them know, hey, this is the work required. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Is there ever a good time to tell a lie?
Yes,
You think so?
it is a surprise. You're trying to surprise somebody. You're like, man, what's that on your back? Oh, I just bought something for myself earlier. Like, or you planning something, they almost catch you slipping on a date or something. Hey, who you talking to? Oh, this my cousin Ray. Yeah, stuff like that. Because it's the benefit to keep you out of the loop intentionally so that you can be surprised on this big day.
So what we have learned so far that telling lies are hurtful and deceitful, right? But there are some good lies to tell, like when you are being sneaky and deceitful, also for the benefit for that person, right?
Yeah,
But what if you doing it for the benefit of yourself? So you're lying so you can benefit yourself. That would be a wrong lie, right?
yeah, yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
You know, and it's all vague, but I just want to capsize this topic because when you think about people and the way they approach you, it's either for a reason or a season, right? And you start to look at them, you know, I analyze everything that happens.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? What from the toes to the tip of your head. I'm analyzing. I'm analyzing the way you interact with me, the way you posture. I'm analyzing everything.
Hmm.
So all your inflections. So when I see you and you act funny about something, you know what I'm saying, and I ask you a question and I'm like, your motherfucking ass lying.
Yeah.
I know you lying. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I just wanted to bring that, to the forefront tonight, man. Like, yo, what are some of the ways that you can really like pinpoint
Mhm.
this motherfucker line?
Uh, Storyline. So if when somebody is not telling the truth, they go from here like it's no connection, no connecting points. You like so listening is the biggest thing. Listening and then understanding what they're saying as far as this happened first, then that happened. And if you can't clearly connect those two, ask questions. And if you need a connection between those two, they're probably lying. Body language is another way to tell, and how they speak. Are they speaking super fast? Are they speaking? Does their voice sound different than normal? You know what I'm saying?
So
Like, oh man, I was just like, bro, it sound like you cooking up a scheme in your mind.
so this may be petty, and I've talked to you about this, and I'm just gonna mention this story one more again because I thought it was like the ultimate lie ever. You know what I mean? So I'm talking. I get I send a text message out. My daughter's graduating. You know what I mean? Coming up in June. So I sent a text message out to people in my family. So this particular person in my family doesn't reply. So I call her and I ask her, yo, you want to go see Ziza graduate? Ziza, that's my daughter. And the person says, nah, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm going out of town. I said, where you going? Person says, I'm going to Africa. No hesitation. I'm going to Africa. This
Bro,
is
what?
this is the first time I've ever heard this
Who
in
just
my
noticed something?
conversations with this person, right? And I had been talking to this person for weeks on
Hmm.
first time you ever mentioned anything about it. So I talk to Mon Dukes like every day, almost like every other day.
Hmm.
So I bring it up. I say, yo, such and such told me that she going to Africa in June, like coincidentally, when I'm supposed to be going to see Ziza graduate. So Mon Dukes go, that's a lie. That's a lie. Why that person ain't just tell you that they want to drive and they was gonna get stuck doing the driving? Why didn't you just tell you that? I said, I don't know. Why didn't that person say that?
Yeah.
So we call that person and the person say, well, I'm telling you now. And I say, you're not telling me anything. I'm confronting you now. If you would have just said it, we wouldn't be going through all
Come
this.
on. It still stems on you.
Yeah. So, that bugged me because the reason why it bugged me was the fact that you would thought that the relationship would be 10 times different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You would thought because we're adults, you would handle it in an adult way. And that's so petty and stupid to even lie about.
Come on, man.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? But the fact that and then I went further. I said, so you going to Africa? What part of Africa you going to? You going to Wakanda?
What kind? Exactly.
Look, the person was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't have to give you every detail. That's what really made me think it was a lie because if you going out of the country to another continent, you know exactly where you're going. That's like I'm be like, yo, I'm going to Mozambique. You know what I'm saying? I'm
You,
going to Zambia. I'm going to
you
uh,
gotta know.
I'm going to Kuwait. You know what I mean? I'm going to Mecca.
Yeah, you better know.
You know what I mean? But that's not the lie I heard.
Hell, yeah.
What's the
You
outrageous
ever
lie you've heard?
most outrageous?
Yeah, most outrageous lie you and heard in the I say about the last month or two. This was recently, so that was
Okay.
my outrageous lie I heard.
Most outrageous lie I heard. Hmm. The biggest lie we told as African Americans is that we're free. Nah, but biggest lie I heard. Can't think of nothing particular right now. But I feel like the media. I feel like celebrities per- alter the truth. They alter like the realities to make us think a certain thing and only show us certain things. You know. So man, you can pick anybody in the media. Man, they was for sure lying. Like they was definitely lying, but
Yeah, I mean, I dig what you're saying. Like when you when you look on YouTube and they have all these people and they have their viewpoints, right? One guy comes to mind, like Orlando Brown. Like, and I just be thinking like this nigga just be trolling like hard, and I troll, I do, but it's certain levels, and he's on a category 5 in trolling, bro. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like the stuff he do and say, it be off the meat rack, bro. It do.
literally, literally, man. Off the meat rack, just serving it up though. Mm.
Mm.
Man, you ever lied to get something like like a job
Man,
or like
I think we lie all the time when it comes to that. When we
yeah,
show our representative.
man, yeah.
Let me give you an example. Hey, how you doing?
Yes. How you doing, sir?
Hi, how are you?
Who am I speaking with?
This is Anthony.
Mm, Anthony, nice to meet you. Yeah, you got that on point. That's I kind of mentioned that last week. Is that not being authentic?
No, it's not being authentic. That's a whole fucking lie. Like when you like now you have the ability to do these Zoom interviews. And that's what I do. I hit them with the crazy ass smile.
Hi, I'm Anthony.
Hi.
Hi.
Wow.
Oh, I just tried to get approved for this car repair thing, and I applied for it. The guy was like, he's like, you can alter your he's like, just alter the digits on there when you turn it in. I was like, all right, bet, and I did. They still denied. I'm like, see, I should have told you the truth.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think when it comes to telling the truth, it's a double-edged sword, bro. Because you like you like I'm telling the truth all this time, and it ain't got me where I want to be. So let me go ahead and put a lie, put a spin, put some seasoning on it,
Season,
and let's see where it goes from there. You
yeah,
know what I mean? And I think that's the misconception about being an honest person. When you feel like you got to you season your meat up, so
yeah,
so everybody can pretend like they like you. You know what I mean?
yep,
I'm speaking from a job related part. You know what I mean? Like y- people don't talk like that. People don't speak like that. People don't do this.
hi. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Everything's fantastic. Like,
Yeah, you got to be perfect. I've been doing these rides doing these rides lately for these people, and mostly Caucasian people. And I noticed myself is like as soon as I see him, hey, how you doing?
yeah, you perk
Everything
right
good?
the fuck up.
Yeah, for real. Like
Eyes get the bucket and shit. You know what I'm
man,
saying? You don't know why. Why we
they
do that? Why the fuck we do that, bro?
they
Like,
start random conversation. I think it makes this because if I really pulled up and I was just like this, like yo, y'all good? Like we we so chill, it can sound I don't want to say offensive, but it just don't like they're not gonna be able to relate. You
I
feel me?
think
So I
it's a comfortability too. We want everybody to be comfortable. So even if it takes us out of our comfort zone, we want them to be comfortable too.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I agree.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but when you start losing who you are, it becomes a bad thing. You know what I
Because
mean?
even with the code switch, it still got to come authentically from you.
And it's
It's
not. You're not authentically cold you if you code switch it too.
no, I think well, to me, there's a version of you. You feel me? Just like how you're gonna act a certain way in different arenas. If you went to a sports game versus went to church, it's still you in those both settings, but you're gonna bring out certain things according to your environment.
It's certain people you see, right? And you be like, that nigga acting like a nigga. And it's certain people you like, that's what I'm talking about, my brother. You doing it. You doing it. Keep doing it. But it's never no in between. It's never no, that's my nigga. You know what I mean? That's my nigga. You know what I mean? Because when you in a society that doesn't really foster your authentic you have to lie. You have to be authentically fake. You know what I mean? That's what you're doing. You're not being you. You telling a lie. You live in a facade. You know.
But it's still coming from you though. You feel me? And that's what I mean. Like we just have different hats as humans. We do. We got a bunch of different jobs. We're men, but we're also husbands and workers, and you know what I'm saying. So it's just about what side is going to become alive right now. Like maybe I like to dance, but I can't be just sitting up dancing in any type of setting. You feel me? Like,
Do white people code switch?
mm, mm,
That's an interesting question.
that is, yeah, I do. But the way they do it, I feel like they do. The way they do it is different though. They try to dumb down to relate. Like they try to relate in certain ways as far as culture goes. Like, hey, heard about Jay-Z? Like
Did you check out what Lil Boosie said?
Lil Boosie said, I was reading this article and
Lil
I
Boosie
see
said some troubling things.
troubling things. I mean, how do you feel about it? Hmm. So yeah, I feel like they do. They just we have the code switch up. They have the code switch down. I think that's the
That's
difference.
interesting. That's interesting.
It is.
You know, this episode, man, this has been a weird episode for both of us, man. And I don't know.
You ain't lying.
I'm tired as fuck. You tired as fuck. I see you tired.
I am,
He's
man.
tired.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm get it. I,
Huh?
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Yeah. Get
So
it? Cause I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell the truth.
definitely that was good.
Appreciate it.
So we decided to bring the show to you a little bit early, on a Thursday night instead of a Friday. This is episode 136, Mask Off Podcast. Liar Liar Pants on Fire, man. And this episode, man, we kind of tried to tackle the ins and outs of lying and history. We're gonna revamp this at a later time because there's some things that we need to discuss. I don't think we really tapped into.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? Especially the relationship part. I think we should have some females and some males in here talking about it.
Let's do that, man.
We need to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Step in the name of love.
So That's the next approach we're gonna take when we kick with that. If you see us in the street, holler at us. We don't bite, man. You know what I'm saying?
You
I
can
got all
see
this love
me.
to give. I'm in these streets.
You can
So
see me in the
on
streets
that note, man,
living
we're gonna get
life.
ready to roll up out of here, man. We ain't gonna keep the people too long. You know what I mean? You know what we doing. Molly G, you got anything you say before we roll?
We at I'm starting out of town this week. We at Punchline Monday, Tuesday, next week. Get at your boy. Boy.
You know what to do. This is Big Tone, man. I ain't doing nothing extra but the show. You know what I'm saying? If you catch me in the street, you know what I'm saying, holler at your boy. One love. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. On that note, everybody that reached out to us. Danny Love, thanks for being in the chat. Shout out to you. Nothing but love, Danny Love.
But
Yeah. Liar Liar Pants on Fire Mask Off, episode 136. We out this piece. Malachi, talk to him.
this girl is a liar.
What? Did she lie?
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.